Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Pop Anime Comics here from PopAnimeComics.com and the Pop Anime Comics Lounge podcast, where I interview voice actors, comic writers, artists, cosplayers, and professional wrestlers. And I haven't made one of these videos in a while, and I just went to Target, picked up some Pokemon cards, and so I figured I would go through, open up the packs, go through what I got, talk about it a little bit, and give what I found out about on eBay. I'm only going to deal with really the high-end stuff, not, all the commons, because commons don't fetch a lot of money. Very rare does a common card to fetch a boatload of money. So obviously the thing came with a promo card. I guess it's called Garbodor. Not really sure what the name is, as you can see it. It's a promo card. I've seen them. The Japanese versions with the GX symbol on it are going for, I think, like $2.50 on eBay. So I'm assuming this is like a $1.50, $2 card, roughly. It comes in, it's a promo card, so it's one of 2 or 3 promo cards. Again, it says 51A on it, so that's kind of cool. So it's not really an expensive card, but it's not an inexpensive card. Kind of adds to the overall value of the pack. This is why you buy a 3-pack versus a 1-pack. So very cool on that end. And so this set actually had 2 different things in there. So the first stuff I'm going to go through is the Forbidden Light stuff. So I got a Energy, I got a Bundlebee, a Cubone. So a Cubone, a Magnemite, a Binacle, a Falabi, and then I got a. What's interesting about the Flabby is that it also in the same pack came with a Flotet. I think that's how you say it, and obviously Flotet is a better card. It's not a common, and this is the evolved form of Flabby. So it's kind of nice that you get that thing in there. And then I got a Mezsprite. So this is a uncommon, but it doesn't fetch money. 4 of them go for about $1. So not really any increase in that one. I got a Pulplay. Same kind of deal. Doesn't really fetch all that much money. It is an Ultra Beast. I don't really play much Pokemon, so I'm not exactly sure what that means. But again, it doesn't fetch much money. It's similar like the Mezsprite. And then you got a Scrap. And this is a reverse holo. And reverse holos typically go for $1 to $1.50 depending on the reverse holo. So this one goes for about $1. And it's kind of nice. It's a reverse holo. It's a common. So obviously if this was a uncommon, it would fetch more money. It would be about $1.50. And if it was a rare, it fetch obviously more money as a reverse holo, but not much. And then we got a Titanium. And so that card, Scrupt, I guess you call it, goes for about $1. And then this one, Tyrantrum, goes for about $1. It's a foil rare. So that's what pretty much happened with those. Not really that great of a set. Not a bad set, but not that great of a set. I mean, the overall total of that pack is about maybe $4 at best. And then the next set is the other Forbidden Light. So I got a Fire Energy. In that, I got a Norbat. I got an Execute. I guess, or Execute, whatever it is. It's a common. I got a Han Edge. I like that Pokemon. It's kind of cool. I got a second Bunnelby. It's a cute little rabbit. It's a common. Got an Esper. Same kind of deal. It's common, not going to fetch much money. And then I got a Kelfaki, which is an uncommon. Uncommon, simply 4 of them get $1. Not really anything special about this card. I got a Spoa, which is also an uncommon, doesn't really fetch much. And then I got a Frogolor. Again, it's a uncommon, doesn't really fetch much. It's in a similar position as the others. And then I got 2 cards. I got the Sylveon. So this card is an evolution of Eevee. I guess it's the new form. It's the fairy evolution of Eevee. I like it a lot. So this card goes for about $1. And if it was a reverse holo, it would go for about $1.35. And so that's what this card goes for. It's cool because then I got an, and I'm going to say this name right, I think it's Excurtree. Or Excurtree. This is a reverse holo. Obviously, as you can see, it's shiny. It's very cool. There's lightning bolts on it. This card without the reverse holo goes for about $1. With the reverse holo, it's $1.35. And so right then and there, I mean, this entire set is similar to the others, where it's not really a great cost per card value. But that's what it is. I'd value that at about same thing as the other Forbidden Light set, about $4. And I'm just going to say this set was a good set. So, much like I got a Fairy Energy, I love those energies. I got a Meowth. I got a Stuffle. So this is Sun and Moon Burning Shadows. I got a Stuffle, as I just said, a Pansage, a Krogonok, or Krogunk. I got Classic Pikachu right here. Love this card. I love the art on it, as you can see. And then I got an uncommon Rhydon. Really nothing special about that. I got an electric. Nothing special. It's an uncommon. I got a Buffontant. A Buffonlant, I should say. Again, uncommon. Nothing really special about it. And then I got a reverse foil of Morlu. Again, it is a common card, but it is a reverse foil. It goes for about $1. Typically, reverse holos / foils go for about $1 on average. And then I got a GX Machamp. So, obviously, this is a nicer card out of the bunch. This is the nicest card out of the bunch. GX cards can fetch anywhere from $4 to like $50. This card goes for anywhere from $4 on eBay to $6 on eBay on the high end. So, obviously, this is the most expensive card in the lot. So, this set right here probably is an $8 set. If I was to be generous about it. So typically, I mean, these things cost about $13, $14. Typically $12.99 tax. It brings up to maybe $13.40, $13.60, depending on where you're being taxed at and what rate. And so if you're to total it all up, I mean, you have a promo card that's worth $1.50 to $2, and then the first two sets were worth about $4 a piece. Being generous if you were to sell it all collectively. So right then they were at 10, and then the last set was worth, I would say, 8, maybe $8.50. So you're looking at $18.50, in my estimated opinion, being extremely conservative if you were to sell all cards, trainer cards, and you also get a Pokemon coin with it. And so if you were to sell the entire thing piecemeal, and along with other things, you could probably pull about $18.50 out of it if you were being generous and it was a good day. So technically, the set was worth more. And really, what really pushed this set over was that last set when I got those two cards. Obviously, the reverse holo and the Champ GX definitely added to the value. Even being conservative, even if at the lowest range for all these, I'm still probably at about $15. So it's not a home run. I've had sets where I've had home runs, where I've had a card that's worth $25 in it, and then along with the rest of the value of the entire set. But this definitely is worth, in my opinion, more than the $13 that I paid for it. I've had sets where it's worth less. Because some GX cards are worth like $2.50 and some are worth $25. And so you get that range. And so that's something to keep in mind when you do it. I think conservatively, 15 to 18 is not an unreasonable position for these cards. If you were to sell them out on eBay or trade them in, there's not an unreasonable position. You would be way above value of the sets that you just bought. So that's just my opinion. I'd love to hear what everybody else thinks on this. Love to have a conversation about it. Tell me what you got. Tell me what you think. If you disagree with my evaluation, leave a comment and tell me why you disagree with my evaluation. We can talk about it. I love talking about economics. I love valuing things. And if you think my valuation is off base, I'm more than happy to discuss it with you. And if you're really open, I'm more than happy to live stream, have a discussion with you, because I value a lot of different things, including Pokemon cards, Magic the Gathering cards, Yu-Gi-Oh! Sometimes Pop Funkos, comic books. So I love talking about this stuff. And all my social media will be in the links down below, but I'll tell you about them anyway. So PopAnimeComics.com is where I write about anime, comics, and pop culture. You can check out my podcast, the Pop Anime Comics Lounge, which is on iTunes, SoundCloud, and Stitcher Radio. And I interview comic book artists, writers, voice actors, professional wrestlers, and cosplayers. You can follow me on Twitter at PopAnimeComics. I'm having an issue with Twitter at the moment, but that'll be resolved in the next day or two. So definitely give me a follow there. So I'll be back up and running. I have some cool stuff going on, and which in the next few weeks I'm going to be opening up a pro wrestling t-shirt shop. So there'll be more to come on that. As well as my Instagram is Pop Anime Comics. I have a Facebook page, Pop Anime Comics, where I do a lot of live streaming at conventions there. Free panels, really cool stuff. Definitely check it out. If you can't make it out to a con, you can watch it there. It's not as good as sitting in the room, but it's still pretty good since it's free. That's all my Pop social media, Pop Anime Comics stuff, so definitely check that out. And I look forward to hearing from you and what your evaluation on these cards are, or how you evaluate cards and other items in the pop culture sphere. So next, everybody, have a wonderful week, day, or until I see you in my next video.